happy, is it Tuesday? Is it Saturday? I can't remember. But it's where you're here, we're here, and welcome to your Creation Station Live. Thrilled to have you here. I've got my handy helpers somewhere. I think they finished in the warehouse. We're just going to check that we are live, that you're here most importantly, and we are rocking and ready to go. So, come on down, Mr. Joshua Cressel.
Hey guys, I'll be doing the same thing I've been doing the last couple of days.
Hey.
We'll be keeping it interactive, keeping the comments coming, and keeping the fun rolling.
Oh, I'm liking it.
Nice.
I'm liking it. And then Sam, who's in charge of, I'm not sure, but we'll soon find out. Sam, come on down.
Hello everyone, hi again, nice to be tuning in. I'm going to be in charge of products, things, stuff.
Yes, you have a
bits
job.
and bobs.
You have a job today.
Yeah.
Bits and bobs. And the other one, which I'm not going to forget, is Ollie.
Hi guys, I'm back behind the camera again, making sure everything's running smoothly.
Yes. Yes, they don't actually flick coins to see who's going to be in the
Well,
me.
Wish we did.
Or to be in the So by now you probably know what we do around here. We have a Magic Ideas box. I would love to know if you have made your own Magic Ideas box, and if you have, please can you share a photograph? Because we saw some lovely photographs and videos yesterday of the Magic Ideas words and things that you've been creating. So if you've made your own Magic Ideas box, please share a picture. If you haven't, don't worry. Just send something that you like to do. That will be absolutely adequate for us too. So moving on, do you remember the magic words, boys?
Yes.
Yes.
I've been
Okay.
practicing.
Do you know the magic words?
Yes.
So we're going to count to 3 with me. A 1,
One,
a
2,
2, a 3.
3.
The Creation Station Exploration develops my imagination. Woo, woo, woo.
What's in the box?
Can
Let's
you
see
hear
if we
anything?
can.
Oh.
Quite quiet.
Very quiet.
Oh. There we go.
The power of the Force. The Force is with us today. Let's see. Oh, interesting. It's not every day you see a bit of cardboard in the shape of a... Ah. This reminds me of somebody. What about this one? Or maybe...
Oh yes, I
Ah.
prepared these earlier.
Yes, the magic has really happened. But there should be another one in there, shouldn't there, Sam?
Oh,
Ollie,
I'll just go get
Josh. Preparation is always the key. So, Ollie, Josh, and Sam.
it. There we go. Now that's better.
Really? Yes.
Yeah.
Guess who is the eldest?
I'm
Right.
the shortest.
Yes. Did you get that at all?
Ah.
That does mean you've got more gluing and sticking to do. Does anyone else, Sam?
Well, I actually made it for Sarah.
Ah.
Because you're the biggest part.
Ah.
Lovely.
Oh, very nice. Thank you. Very nice. That means I get to do lots of gluing and sticking.
Oh, it's nice seeing all the comments. Hi Dexter. Hi to the Cressel team. That's us guys.
Hi,
Hi,
Dexter.
guys.
Hi. Lily B is loving it. Oh, I'm glad you're loving it. We're loving it as well.
Ah.
And hi from TCS Watford.
Hey, TCF
Hi,
Watford.
I've got a friend from Watford.
Have you?
Yeah, Gabe's from Watford.
Is he?
Oh.
Hi, Gabe. You should get him in. Get him on. He'll be creative.
Oh,
So-
Team Awesome will also be called.
It's awesome.
Nice.
OJ.
Liking that one.
Like it. So, what we're going to do with these bits of cardboard, we talked about this today is about making your own mark. So, I think our own name is quite important to most people. So I thought the initials, if you've got bits of scrap cardboard, have a go at cutting them out. And now when the fun starts, you should really cover the table in something, a tablecloth or newspapers, anything recycling. And then we're literally going to squirt, I don't know if we can catch that on camera, all the glue all over the table, doesn't it?
Oh, look at the little
Yeah.
spirals in
It
it.
is quite nice. And so there are certain things you shouldn't really do at home normally. And one of the this could be one of them. one of the questions we have for you is, do you want to do that, Josh? Don't split. Is, what rule would you change in your own house? What rule would you change in your own house if you could?
That's a great question.
So, while we're thinking about that, you boys might want to think about it too. We've covered our bit of cardboard in glue, or some of it in glue. We've got some tissue paper. You could use recycled magazines, toilet paper, but you don't want to waste your toilet paper at the moment. All sorts of stuff. Crepe paper. I think we have some crepe paper here. Basically anything else you can find. So what we're going to do, we're going to cover the cardboard with the paper first, and then we're going to stick things on. So
new rule saying more sweets.
I like that.
That's a great rule. That's a really good rule.
That's a good rule. Do you want to help spread out the glue? Because to help your tissue, that's one idea. Or you can have that. If you haven't got a glue spreader, Josh has got an idea.
Rip a piece of cardboard. Not very well.
Yeah.
And then use that to spread the glue.
That's good. Because we're going to stick the tissue paper down on one side, then flip it over to tuck in the tissue paper, like put it to bed, and then we'll do the other side. So you could use, as I said, anything you want to rip the paper. You might, any paper you want to rip. You might find sometimes when you rip magazines, some ways they rip really smoothly, and other ways they rip quite roughly. And it's to do with the way the fibres align on the paper. So if you're ripping up magazines, just obviously make sure that you're allowed to, because somebody picked up Daddy's magazine at the weekend and he wasn't very happy. Was he, Sam?
Wasn't.
No. So do check with a grown-up if you're allowed to rip up their favourite magazine subscription that they pay for.
Every month.
Every month.
Well,
So-
there's another one coming next month.
Yes, exactly.
It'll be fine.
Alfie's saying he'll stop the no sweets before tea time rule.
Oh, that is smart. Well done, Alfie. I like that one. Have you thought about what rules you would like to not have in the house? It's a difficult one, isn't it?
It is a difficult one because we don't have that many rules in our house.
Don't tell anybody. No, because we're creative and just make things up as we go along. I would like to have
Wash up as you go.
wash up as you go.
That's a good rule.
It's a
I
good
think.
rule.
We keep that in the house, don't we?
That's not a bad rule.
Yeah, it keeps it tidy.
That's quite good. I quite like the rule that those huge amount of trainers didn't just sit in the front of the house. So when you walk in, it smells. So, because your trainers do smell a bit, don't they? Not yours generally.
Not just mine.
No,
No.
just sounds. I think so. So what other rules would I like to have in the house? Go on.
Dexter says he wants to be able to eat anywhere in the house.
Oh,
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Ruben is saying no bedtime for children.
oh, nice.
Bedtime.
In fact, I'm going to start writing this. Some of these rules are really quite good. Don't eat anywhere in the house. I think we should take that one actually. Thanks for these tips on how to organise my house.
I would like to have the first shower every morning.
Some things are just not going to happen to
I need to get up a bit earlier though.
Nice. I'm liking how you're
Oh,
texturising.
3D.
Texturising the tickly throat. So what you can see is there is no right. What I like about what we do at Creation Station, there's no right or wrong. It's about your ideas, and the same materials can come. You can create a whole range of different types of effects. So hopefully these classes that they're not really classes, are they? These
Bit fun.
fun sessions that we bring to you help you just have a bit more confidence with just having a go, and don't worry too much about what it looks like or whether it's right or wrong, because you only need to look at Sam's. See how lovely it is. And Josh's, nice. Sorry, that was not child favouritism at all, was it?
No,
No,
never is.
never is. Never is. So I've stuck mine on very straight, and I'm going to flip it over and not stick it on the same piece of paper that's got all that glue on, because then that'll be difficult.
Oh. And then you tuck it.
I'm going to tuck it. But sometimes when you don't know what you're doing, you come up with some of the best ideas, I think.
Oh.
So I think that's why
That's what we do.
And we never know what we're
We
doing.
we never know what we're doing. So, and kids, all you kids watching this, you have the best imagination of all humankind. Because as we get grown up, we sometimes go, oh, this is how you do it, and this is how you don't do it. So just by using your imagination, you can come up with the most fantastic creations.
Got a couple more rules, which some you might really want to hear. So 1, stop the no puppy rule, which we should listen to. I like that one, Sarah.
That's a good one.
This is a sign from Sarah as well.
It is.
Tracy's saying one rule she wants to keep in place is everyone take a turn to clean the bathroom, not just mum's job. I think that one. I think that one should stay.
That one
But
should
you do
stay.
it so well, Mum.
Aww.
So well.
And Karen's saying she'd like it to be compulsory to say mummy's cooking is awesome.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wouldn't want to lie to you.
No, then I might have to do it. You know, there's some reasons why Daddy likes to do all the cooking. And it's not just because Daddy likes to do the cooking. It's because he knows it's going to taste we all know it's going to taste better if Dad likes it.
Oh, Pamela's saying she misses Creation Station so much.
Oh.
Join in the fun at home.
Yeah, I know these classes look like they're just for children, but honestly, they're not. You know, so we do a lot of adult workshops as well. Slightly more advanced, but not a lot more advanced, to be honest. You need glue too.
Sorry, John.
We have glue. So I've finished first, but I haven't quite finished.
Ooh.
It
Yeah.
looks really nice, doesn't it? Well, that's my
You've
background.
done this before.
That's my background. So this is for Josh
Ah, thanks.
or Joanne. I'm not too sure yet. So that's just the basics. Now it's going to get exciting. I'm going to start doing the full embellishments, and I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet. If you've got a little box in your house as well as your Magic Ideas box, start collecting bits and pieces. There are bits and pieces. We've started reducing plastic from our business, so we have our eco glitter, which we talked about the other day. That's made from. Remember what it's made from, boys?
Eucalyptus, please.
Very good, paying attention. So we still use a little bit of, we still use a few sequins, but we also find alternatives. These are pretty amazing. These are made from coconut shells.
Oh wow, really nice.
So they are really beautiful. I don't know if you can see that, but
So bring it in.
yeah, bring it in. And they've got little beads and patterns on. They are rather stunning.
Do they taste of coconuts?
That is, of course, the question we're all asking. So, again, we might do some threading activities, but these are going to make absolutely gorgeous window hangers. But I'm going to just start looking at my colour combinations. I could put the red on the red, but it doesn't show up as much. So I'm going to put the red on the green, like that. And there are colours that pop when they're together. They're called complementary colours. But the best way, we might talk about those another day, but the best way you can tell is just put the colours on and see which colours you like the best. Because I just kind of like that red and the green together. But you might find lots of other things to get creative with. So I'm also going to stick on some matchsticks. It's quite nice if you have, if you've got a box of bits and pieces that you can start just collecting things and start sticking things on. So I'm sure we've got matchsticks that are already open.
Matchstick?
Maybe we haven't.
Maybe not.
When you open them, we'll find them.
That's true. That's always guaranteed, isn't it? So we do have some little. This is where I like my toolkit. Where's my toolkit gone? Are there any trays in there? I don't think I put my trays in.
Oh, we're getting a lot of people saying how much they like the coconut beads. Sharon saying she's definitely going to add them to her order. And Karen saying she definitely needs to get some of those.
And we found the matchsticks, guaranteed.
Just in time.
Just in time. So we do these plastic tubs, but you can use tin cans. They're quite nice to collect things in. And then just start sticking, just gluing and sticking. Thank you, Josh. When you can't find a glue spreader, a finger works just as well. But obviously be careful where you put your finger afterwards. So lots of different ways. So at the moment we're decoupaging. That's what it's called, gluing and sticking, isn't it? It's a posh grown-up word for, how do you say it, Sam?
Decouperage.
Decouperaging. Oh, look at that. That's proper art, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Like it.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Well done. Well done. When you next have your online lecture, you can tell your
I can hang it up
lecturer,
in the
quite
background.
like that. Yeah. So there's definitely no right or wrong. Very artistic.
Definitely not.
So just get lots of bits and pieces and just whack them on, as demonstrated by our talented engineer here.
Remove this stuff, but I just don't want to pick it all up without
Yeah.
set it down.
Yeah, that sounds good. But there are other things you can decoupage or stick things to. Decouperage.
What?
Like what? Well, we had, you won't believe it, we had about 100 elephants turn up in the office yesterday.
Manic.
Manic. But I managed to pick them all up and I put them away. It was the delivery came after you. So you can decouperage, cardboard things. So we've got an elephant here.
Nice.
I don't know if I should allow you to cover that in paper.
I feel like Josh might do a better job.
I
Or a
think
different job.
I think you'll be fine.
You think?
I believe in you, Sam.
Yeah,
Give it a go. I'll give it
we
a go.
believe in you. I particularly love these sticky-on gems. Oh, blinging it to life. I haven't quite finished. That looks nice too, Josh. I like them because you can wear them when you're going out. Not that we do that anymore. You can wear them as rings. That's quite popular. Quite popular one. Sometimes I put them on my face if I'm going out. That's only for a posh night.
A necklace?
A necklace, you can do that. Yeah, I've also put them on my shoes. I can't admit I'm admitting to all of this, but you probably too have blinged up one or two things in your life. So if you've blinged anything up, or you've got any ideas of what we could bling, do let us know. So Sam is nicely covering the elephant in glue, but you could do that with like cardboard boxes from your recycling.
I've seen people make elephants from milk bottles, so you can kind of chop the bottom off. The handle becomes the trunk, and then you can cut legs into the four sides.
That's nice.
It's quite cool.
Yeah. In fact, somebody shared that on our imagination group, which is our Facebook group, whereby there's loads of ideas being shared, and ideas that work even better than some of these. Who'd have thought? But if you're making stuff and it's good fun, we would just like to see it. So I do like those gems. Do these look all right? I don't look silly.
They're great.
Oh,
Look
they're
alright.
really nice.
Yeah. It's the simple stuff that's the big stuff. So feel free to stick anything else on your letters that you would like.
Oh, Tracy Roberts is saying all the girls in her class love to bring up their tops and faces with those.
Oh, I'm
So
glad
you're
it's
not the only one.
glad it's not just me. What else could I stick on here?
You have glue.
We've got the glue somewhere. You know, I mentioned we're reducing our use of plastic. We get these leaves, unfortunately, in a plastic bag, but we're speaking to our suppliers. A lot of our products now come in recycled plastic, so they look like plastic, but they biodegradable bags, which is obviously very important. So we've got some leaves here. Of course, you can just go out and collect leaves when you're allowed out. So just be creative with your creations. I think that sounds like a good plan. That's going to go everywhere, Josh. Why don't I put a bit on here and then you just wipe off with your finger?
Sharon saying you can tell the boys are creative kids, and yes, we are creative kids.
Yes.
You get the.
Yes, they are definitely creative kids, and for some of you, they you may know their song, but apparently they're not going to sing today. But I might convince them one day.
Save it for a special occasion.
Save it for when we run out of things to do, which will be a long, long time. So we will be planning more activities next week. It's obviously in a short while. It's going to be Easter, So I'd love to hear the things that you would like us to make. I think I preferred it without the leaves, but it doesn't really matter because I can always pull them off if I don't like it. And then we can make a really nice big necklace for Josh. I go, yeah. Oh yeah. For when you're allowed out, big JC and the Sunshine Band.
Got Vanessa saying the ladies in her adult classes love to bling up with those gems as well.
Yeah.
Then we're also getting, if I can find where I was putting it, Karen saying you can bling up your nails as well.
Oh, is that Karen Lane?
It is.
I knew it'd be Karen Lane. Go Karen. Yeah, that sounds good. I might have some of this open actually. Oops. Sticky.
I've tried to model my elephant off a famous character from a book.
Oh.
Can you
Does
remember his name?
anybody know who that might
Do you
be?
know who it is?
John?
Put it in the comments if you think
Yes.
you know.
Sounds good.
I think he was a ventriloquist.
Do
Maybe?
you?
Maybe that was one of the stories.
Maybe, Sam.
He did. He got stuck up a tree, didn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Strange place to find an elephant.
Yes. Not as strange as finding 40 in the warehouse, though. I have to say.
Oh, Vicky's saying she loves Elma.
Oh.
Straight away.
Well done, Vicky. So you can do leaves. There are this foam clay. You can. Sorry, I just took it off. You didn't mean to. Very rude to take somebody else's artwork off and finish it yourself. This foam clay you can also stick on, but when you roll it up like this, it looks like a very famous sweet. Oh, and it does stick to mummies as well, apparently, quite nicely.
Ah.
Do you recognise what that sweet is, anyone? It's quite sticky now.
Oh, the
Sweetie.
Yes, it's a sweet.
We'll leave it open to the comments.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And we did have buttons. I haven't even got the buttons out yet. The buttons. We've got wooden buttons as well as plastic buttons. And so we've got. So got any more eyes would be good. Any more comments, Josh? Coming out. We've got any eyes open?
Eyes. Yeah.
Eyes open.
Eyes open.
Eyes open. That's good.
Oh, Lynn's had already said looking forward to seeing the Elma-esque elephant.
Oh,
She preempted it.
Already knew.
She
already
knew.
Well done,
This
Lynn.
is very
Well
cool.
done.
Thanks, Lynn. So that's leaving you to just it. Can you see just out of a few bits of scrap? Obviously, the cardboard was scrapped. Elephants, you might have cardboard box or whatever you can find to start creating your decoupaged piece of artwork to make your mark. Josh, that is nice. I like the way you've not bothered to fold it in. It creates a really 3D effect, which is nice.
Ollie, now here you go. I'll
Aw.
stick it to the top.
Thank you,
Ollie gets to
Josh.
wear
There
it
you
as a
go.
crown.
Oh,
There's
you
an
like it?
up close picture.
Other side.
No, the other
side's
side.
better.
The other side's definitely
Look
better.
at
The
that.
back's quite nice as well, actually, Josh. That is
Ooh.
quite cool.
We're getting lots of comments. Tracy, Sharon, and Kirsty are all agreeing with licorice all sorts.
Oh,
that's
yes.
cool.
There we go. That's the one.
Yes. When I was 18, I made myself a licorice all sort necklace. Went down the disco, it was when Wham was playing, and at the end of the night, I did eat my necklace. So, I know, not to be recommended, and I don't know how I remember that. So I think we have just a couple more minutes to show you one other pretty amazing technique that you can use at home. I know, the skill set here is incredible. So if I can find it, we did put some felt pens somewhere. Thank you. So, making your mark. We'll probably do this again in more detail another day, but whether we use these paint dabbers, which are cool. The lids, they don't dry off when you lose the lids, because we tend to lose the lids. But you can just start making different marks, quite slidey around, very colourful and bold, and you can start to just create different patterns and lines that are your marks and no one else's. I now have paper stuck to my shoe.
A couple more comments here. Just to say hi to Amy, age 5. Lovely having you here.
Hi, Amy.
Isabel, Phoebe, and Amelie in Morton.
Yeah?
Lovely having you here as well. Hi
Aw,
guys.
Hi.
And Tracy's loving this idea. They're doing window challenges in her neighbourhood. That's a lovely idea.
Oh, that's a great
Very
idea.
nice.
So what are you going to do for your window challenge? There is a new update. It's not just rainbows. Cheryl O'Connor sent me the new update. So Cheryl, I will be looking at that really soon. Thank you. But really simply, just taking lines for a walk. And if you're able to, depending on how old you are, I've got any more paper? Oh, here we go. I've got loads here. Think about your own name. So quite a fun rainbow way, as we've been doing quite a bit of rainbowing stuff, is to get lots of pens. You can hold them in your hand, or you get some elastic band, and just start to write your name, if you can, or a picture. And you get, I don't know how clear, it kind of looks a little bit fuzzy, a little bit 3D.
Looks like a 3D movie without your glasses on, doesn't it?
It does a bit, it does.
Yeah.
Depending on the colours and depending on how close the nibs are. So play around with making marks with more than one object to hold. And I think we have another minute. I've just got another idea. So thinking about the spaces behind your name. So if I just write, I don't want to say any of your names in case you think I'm favouritising you.
Let's do Josh.
I'll just do Ollie.
Thank you.
So you get a simple name, and then it's not a simple
Simple name.
it's just a simple, just a nice name, and you can make it 3D by kind of putting thick lines around it, really simply like that. And then take a ruler, or the edge, or just freehand, if you haven't got a ruler, and just start making patterns in the background. I don't know if you can see this. So I'm just taking lines and drawing them from the O in this case, all the way across, and then I'm going to break those down into other patterns. I might put some circles, I might put some stripes, just random shapes in the background, just to kind of fill up that space, and then start to colour in the background space, and you start to get, again you can bling it. Thank you, Sam. You can collage it, you can decorate it, and suddenly you'll have a really nice piece of artwork with your name, your marks in the middle. I hope there's not too many ideas there for you. I think I'm getting a little sign up here. What was that we're going to do? So tell me what we need to do next, Sam.
So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in today. Really great. I hope you've enjoyed the old arts and crafts projects. We'll be coming at you every day, 2 o'clock, same time, same place.
Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday, Saturdays and Sundays. We need a break.
From each other. Too late, we can't do that. We're all in the house together.
We would love to ask you, if possible, if you could share this with one of your friends, someone else creative and artsy. Spread the word. Maybe if they're not, try and get them involved a little bit. It'd be really good to get as much interaction as we can.
That'd be great. And again, big shout out to NetMums. Thank you so much for streaming this live. If you want to stream any of these videos live, when you join us, you just press share at the bottom and keep sharing that creative love, because it'll get us through these tough days.
Yeah.
All right.
Brilliant.
Thank you, boys. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Take care. Bye.